introduction could either be done with um, um, two elements, which are prompt paraphrase and thesis statement. That's one. Then number two is either you bring in a punchline or hook. That is a statement, a general statement that serves as a background to your thesis statement. And we said that general statement that serves as a background to your prompt paraphrase. And we said that general statement can be got from your bone of contention analysis, bone of contention. Haven't done your bone of contention analysis. So moving on, we are going to be talking about the body of the essay. Now, because we have 2 points, it means that you're going to use those 2 points to develop 2 body of the essay paragraphs. 2 body of the essay paragraphs. You're going to have to use the body of the 2 points to discuss to develop 2 body of the essay paragraphs. So in each of the body of the essay paragraph, you must have number 1, a topic sentence. A topic sentence, which is the main point of the paragraph. So in other words, topic sentences, which are main points of the paragraph, main points of the paragraph are meant to be from your outline. The outline we wrote earlier, you just bring them in. So this is going to be my first sentence of my first body of the essay paragraph, and this will be my second sentence. My first sentence, of my second body of the essay paragraph. First sentence of the first body of the essay paragraph. First sentence of the second body of the essay paragraph. So because the reason why I always ask students to write them in in sentences, because they just perform their typical function. If you wrote in shorthand, you wrote in sketches in your outline, you would now have to, wait some time in order to write those in full sentence. So you should practice writing your outline in full sentence, because you can just basically adapt it directly into your body of the essay paragraphs. So I hope that is understood. So then it is a topic sentence is the main point of the paragraph, and it is from your outline. All right. So I just bring the first outline into this part, into this element right here. So moving on, we say explanation of topic sentence. This topic sentence, then we go to explain it. Now in explanation, I feel you should give reasons, because they said, that's what they said. The question says, give reasons, an example. So give reasons. You must be ready to give reasons. Explain the reason why you feel so. From Ruth, from what you said earlier, you said your sentence. You said women should be given the responsibility of taking care of their children because they have empathy. So you want to probably explain how women can be empathetic compared to men. So that is all that this is. You give the reason. Okay, explain the reason, explain that that topic sentence with reason, further reasons. You compare with the man, you contrast with the man, you give a kind of consequence that each time when children are treated with women who have empathy, they tend to be, you give a consequence, you bring about a result. Okay, and of course you could as well contrast that result. Okay, with if men were to be given what's it called now? A responsibility of taking care of your children. So in that, for example, okay. So that is basically what it is. You give reasons, you compare, you contrast, you give consequence, and then example, you exemplify. Now there are several ways of exemplification. You can either by your personal story, whether your personal story, this personal story of someone that you know, or by research. Now, let me say this, that personal stories can be fabricated. They don't have to be true. All right. Well, I'm not teaching you to lie anyway, but this is creative writing. You should think and bring some good stuffs into your writing. You can do make believe, if I don't know, maybe some of us are so religious and say Moses is teaching us to lie. Let me just ask you one question, and I'll ask you, how many videos have you seen in your lifetime? How many books have you read in your lifetime? You find out that all your life you've been feeding on lies. Okay? You've been feeding on lies. Those things they wrote for you and never happened. Okay? Those comedy stuff that you watched, comedy movies, tragic movies you watched were lies. Now let me say this, even with the ones that they say based on a true life story, they said based. That is to say that some of the things they are going to portray in the movie are still lies, are made up. Based on does not mean everything in the video actually happened. So here you must hustle to survive. So you can exemplify by, creating a story. Not like a story like, okay, I'm now writing a whole paragraph on example. No, like 2-3 sentences, start a story, end it. For example, your story must always end in your consequence. Your stories must also have, okay, let me say this, that from topic sentence, okay, down to this place, your example must capture all that you are trying to say. For example, they are saying empathy, still on the issue of empathy. You say, and one reason women should be allowed to take care of their own children is because of because of the matters of empathy, or because they are more empathetic than the men. Okay. Now, it is the issue of a man, for example. Okay, a man, let's just say, we're not bringing an example here. A man might go on for hours without remembering that the child had only had breakfast. Since I've only had breakfast, but the mother would not go even an hour without thinking about the child and thinking about the child's welfare without thinking about the welfare. Psychologically and in terms of psychologically, I think men, I'm still discussing, I think men are just configured to make money and bring in some kind of livelihood in for the family, while the women are meant to use these resources, quite judiciously and appropriately. And it is because they are quite empathetic. That is why little resources can be, a little resource can be quite utilized to the benefits of everybody in the family. Okay. I think I must have contrasted why a man can go without this thing. Then, okay, maybe I want to compare that in the case where you have men's empathy is occasional. They rarely, maybe in cases where somebody is sick, or there's a special anniversary, which brings it to the fact that they are not clearly cut out for that. When a woman, consequence now, when a woman is made to take care of the children, and they see how empathetic they should be from time to time, that in turn brings about a generation of children who puts others first before them. and are not selfish. That is consequence. Okay. All right. So now I want to bring you an example. Can I go? Example. Yes. Maybe I want to go by research. Let me go by research. Research is always catchy and straight to the point. Let's go by research. Then I go a survey conducted by PhD students in the University of Ibadan has it that 60% of, let's say, or 70% of children taken care of by their parents usually have their psychology reoriented such that they help others to become better, they help others to become good, they help others, they put others first, as against those who do not have a female figure who brought them up. These ones just basically hit the road regardless of whatever happens to anyone without thinking of consequences or feelings of other people. Now, this is because I'm speaking, so there are a lot of errors. Now, but with that, you would understand that I have just brought the issue of man and women, a man and woman taking care of a child, and I've also brought in my consequence. Okay, so with that, I have been able to capture from this down to this in my example. Let me quickly take a reaction before we move on that. If you have any question, please raise your hand. If you did not understand, please let me know so that we go over that again. Anyone? Okay, so let's unmute your mic and let's have your question. What exactly seemed to be a bit
in this explanation of topic sentence,
yes,
all these reasons, compared, contracts, consequence, are they going to be in one sentence?
in one paragraph.
Oh.
In one paragraph. Okay, is that the question? I hope, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so now you have T as topic sentence, because sometimes we learn better or we assimilate better once we are able to bring up acronyms, for what we need to learn. T for topic sentence. Now, under your explanation, you have reason and 3 C's, compare, contrast, consequence. So you have TER, triple CEM. So you have example and meaning conclusion. You recapitulate. What do you mean by recapitulate? You say, from this you can see, something like that. You do a meaning conclusion. From this you can see that women taking care of their own children means that they are going to be able to bring in the empathic nature into their children. I think this sentence had me mention empathy also. Okay, so, but then we know we should diversify our language. So talking about recapitulation, we just talked about from this, it is obvious that children training, where parents and women training the children brings about human being or a generation of very considerate individuals. So we have recapitulated. So then we have our TER, and this one should be small r's because they are under the others. That's what I want to do. on. Okay, so yeah, under that. So you have team, but under your E you have RCCC. Okay, if you remember the building company, the RCC building company, just add one C. So you have basically team is the acronym for your what's it called now? Your paragraph team. Okay, but the second E must have RCC. I hope that is understood. Okay, I hope that is understood. Ms. Ruth, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Abiola, do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Ms. Perez?
Yes, I do.
All right, Mr. Joseph?
Yes, I'm trying to pick up.
I can't hear you clearly.
Yes, I'm trying to pick up. I just joined you along the way. So.
At the point you joined, you've not missed too much. What we are doing before now is just to explain to ourselves. Some people submitted the assignment and it was a wrong one, so we were just trying to get through to how we should do the assignment. So we basically just went through the previous class lectures. So that was what we did in the first part that you were not in the class. You get. So
okay.
So here is what we're talking about now is quite new, and I think you've not missed so much. But what we have discussed now, do you understand it?
Right.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Okay. So what's wrong with your voice?
Yeah. No problem, sir.
That's you. So let's move on. Okay. So we want to talk about how to write the essay now. Okay. All right. So let's go. Now here, I have written out some vital signs that all vital signs must be in an essay, but these ones are quite explicable. You can explain them, and they can be traced to the essay. So that's why they have been brought out in a special way. So you have SC. Can somebody remind us what SC is? Not turning up your book by now. You should know what SC is. Yes. Hello, anybody? This is serious. Does anybody know what SC is? Mr. Joseph, can you bill us up? What is SC?
Okay. Essay can be defined as
No. I just need the name, not the definition, just the name.
the name of essay.
Subordinate clause.
Okay, that's what I'm expecting. What's the full meaning of SC? Okay.
Okay, SE.
SC, this red one in red.
Okay, she just said it's subordinate clause.
Good. What about CD?
CD.
Everybody, please unmute your mic. Let's anybody who knows it should come up, should say it.
CD is coercive device.
Okay. Okay, cohesive device. Everyone should please unmute your mic. What about RC? I'm sure you are trying to go over your work again. You don't want your mic to
Relative clause.
okay.
It's related.
You don't want your mic to open your secret, to leak your secret that you are going back to your book. That's why you switch off your mic.
No.
Okay. All right. So relative clause. What about PV?
Passive.
Passive voice.
Passive voice.
Passive voice.
COL. What about COL?
COM.
Collocation.
Collocation. And Zabiola, you're not sure. Collocation. COMP.
I'm not sure, but I think it's comparison, like comparison of adjectives.
Correct. GER.
Gerund.
Gerund, Mr. Joseph.
Gerunds, yeah, gerunds.
Good. TINF.
TINF. Well,
To infinitive. The TO before a word. You remember that expression?
okay.
To infinitive, to eat late night. To eat late night is an invitation to pot belly. TO. Anyway, me, I eat late night. What makes you think I start the class from 7 and I'll end by 11 or even 1 sometimes? I can't go to bed with empty stomach. Although sometimes wake up the next morning and my whole body is like we'll be working all night. So, but I must tell you, no pot belly. I'm not the type of who would have pot belly eventually. So they can go. They can throw all that.
Open the door for your daddy.
So, all right. So SVL. Anyone? Anyone? SVL. Oh my. Okay. Sentences of varying length. Sentences of varying length. Sentences of varying structure. All right.
That's not what you called it for us.
What did I say it is?
I think you said something about structure. You just said structure.
Yes, sentences of varying structure. Sentences of varying length. Same thing.
Okay.
So sentences of varying length, sentences of varying structure. Same thing. Okay. So SYN. Okay. SYN. What is SYN?
Synonyms.
Synonyms.
Okay. What's PARA?
Paragraph.
Okay. Clear paragraphing. Good. What is vocab? Okay, vocab is vocab. We know
vocabulary.
That one. Vocabulary. So what's REF?
Reference.
Referencing and substitution. If to say no be say we dey online, I for carry cane the bit all of that this evening. This is not funny. That means you guys do not know these things yet. You don't know them yet. We've been given ourselves assignments, and the assignment have not been sticking. What's the essence of the assignment? The assignment is not meant to punish you. The assignment is meant to make you work and for you to put these things in your mind. So by now, you should even be able to put those things in your mind. I think we can unmute our microphone now. So I think we should be able to put these things into our mind, and at the same time, we should be able to what's it called now? Put them in our mind and be able to use them. That's the level we are at now. Not being able to use them, not knowing them, is at this time dangerous. Like somebody said, one online person said, it's very dangerous. Not knowing this thing now, not knowing SC, CD, RC, PV, comp, GER, TING, SVL, SING, para, vocab, ref, and the rest of these things is dangerous at this level. Now, let me say this because we have 2 minutes to go off and come on again. Let me say this to you. My teaching, especially writing, is a build-up. If you do not learn everything that you learn, this teaching has been segmented into different what's it called now? Different segments. Segmented. Let me just has been segmented. And if you don't learn what you're supposed to learn per segment, it will affect you the next stage. I'm going to be talking about these things now, these vital signs in here. But if you don't understand them, how do we help ourselves? So I beg of you, go back to your notes, read them, digest them. In fact, you should read your notes every now and then till exam. Read your notes continuously till exam. Read your notes continuously till exam. Read your notes continuously till your exam. All right. So please, I beg of you, don't joke with any aspect of this. It is very, very important. Okay. Now, let me say this. Okay. Maybe as by way of testimony, Ms. Perez, could you please tell us what you think the person who gave you my number, who referred you to me, what do you think she scored? What was her score? Can you still remember?
Yes, I think she had 8.5.
8.5, but what's the breakdown?
I don't know the breakdown.
Okay. Now she got us a 9 in listening. Let's start from there. Okay, let me quickly bring okay, that might be when we come on, so that once they yank us up,